In a world where spirituality intersects with staggering wealth, the richest religious organizations command fortunes that rival those of small nations. Join us to dive into the abundant world of the divine, where reverence meets riches and devotion is measured in dollars. In the pantheon of wealthy religious organizations, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, commonly known as the LDS Church, stands as a colossus. With an estimated worth of a staggering $200 billion, this American-born faith movement is not just a religious institution, but a financial juggernaut. The roots of the LDS Church's wealth are as deep as they are diverse, stretching from the fertile farmlands of the Midwest to the bustling business districts of major cities. The Church's investment arm, Ensign Peak Advisors, oversees a portfolio that would envy Wall Street's finest, including holdings in commercial real estate, agricultural interest, and a slice of the U.S. equities market. But it's not just investments that swell the Church's coffers. Tithing, a practice as old as the religion itself, mandates that members contribute 10% of their income to the Church. This has been a cornerstone of the Church's growth and financial policies, creating a steady stream of income that fuels its expansion and charitable endeavors. The LDS Church's business ventures are equally impressive, with ownership of a mall in Salt Lake City that cost over $1.5 billion to develop, not to mention media enterprises and an insurance and benefits company. These secular investments are managed through another corporate arm, Deseret Management Corporation, which underscores the Church's business acumen. Despite its vast wealth, the LDS Church maintains a veil of financial secrecy, with no public disclosure of its total assets or expenditures. This has led to criticism and admiration, with some praising the Church's financial independence and others questioning the transparency of its operations. The Church's financial policies have been instrumental in its growth. By reinvesting its wealth, the LDS Church has expanded its global presence, establishing temples and congregations worldwide. This growth is not just in numbers but in influence, with the Church's humanitarian arm, Latter-day Saint Charities, making significant contributions to disaster relief and development projects around the globe. It's a religious organization that has not only preserved its heritage, but has also built an empire that transcends the spiritual, making it one of the most economically powerful religious entities in the world. Nestled atop the sacred Tirumala hills of southern India lies the Sri Venkateswara Swami Temple, a beacon of spiritual opulence and one of the richest religious sanctuaries in the world. With an estimated worth of $35 billion, this ancient Hindu temple is not just a place of worship, but a treasure trove of culture, faith, and unparalleled generosity. The temple is dedicated to Lord Venkateswara, an incarnation of Vishnu, who is believed to have appeared here to save mankind from the trials and troubles of Kali Yuga. Thus, the temple holds a place of incredible significance in Hinduism, drawing millions of devotees from across the globe, all yearning for a glimpse of the deity's majestic idol. The temple's astounding wealth comes from various sources, but most notably from the offerings of the faithful. Pilgrims come bearing gifts of gold, silver, and precious stones, a testament to their devotion, which are deposited in the temple's hundi, or donation box. It's reported that the temple receives around $6 million in donations each month, a figure that can surge during festivals and special occasions. However, the offerings are not limited to tangible assets. The temple also receives a massive amount of cash donations, which are meticulously managed and reinvested in various schemes to ensure the prosperity of the temple and its charitable activities. The temple's holdings include not just vast amounts of jewelry and coins, but also a significant portfolio of properties, stocks, and bonds. The temple's kitchen is another marvel, feeding tens of thousands of devotees daily with prasadam, a sanctified food that's considered a blessing from the deity. This massive undertaking is supported by the donations that flow into the temple, showcasing the institution's commitment to serving the community. The Sri Venkateswara Swami Temple is also known for its elaborate rituals and festivals, which are performed with grandeur and opulence. The annual Bratmotsavan festival alone attracts millions of pilgrims, contributing significantly to the temple's coffers. In essence, the Sri Venkateswara Swami Temple is more than just a repository of wealth. It's a living symbol of the Hindu ethos of giving and the belief in the divine. The temple's riches are a testament to the faith of its followers, and the temple's role as a custodian of both spiritual and material abundance. As it stands, the temple is not just an architectural marvel, but a cornerstone of Hindu worship and philanthropy, embodying the very soul of India's rich religious tapestry. In Europe, the Catholic Church in Germany is a formidable entity, not just in spiritual influence, but also in economic might. With an estimated worth of $26 billion, the church's affluence is interwoven with the nation's history and culture, reflecting a unique relationship between religion and finance. The church's wealth in Germany is significantly bolstered by the Kirchensteuer, or church tax, a system where registered church members contribute a portion of their income tax to their denomination. This tax is a distinctive feature of the German financial landscape, deeply rooted in the concordance and agreements between the state and the church, dating back to the Weimar Republic and even earlier. The church tax has had a profound impact on the Catholic Church's wealth, accounting for a substantial part of its revenue. As of the latest figures, this tax brings in billions of euros annually, enabling the church to maintain its properties, support various charitable endeavors, and fund the salaries of religious workers and administrative staff. Beyond the tax, the Catholic Church in Germany has diversified its assets. It has made strategic investments in real estate, banking, and a plethora of other sectors, further solidifying its economic influence. The church's investment portfolio is managed with a level of acumen that rivals major corporations, ensuring that its wealth not only endures but grows. The church's economic activities extend into the healthcare and education sectors, where it runs hospitals, kindergartens, schools, and universities. These institutions not only serve the public, but also contribute to the church's coffers, reinforcing its financial foundation. However, the church's wealth is not without controversy. Debates rage over the transparency of its finances and the ethical dimensions of its investments. In recent years, there's been a push for greater clarity and accountability, with calls for the church to align its economic practices with its moral teachings. Despite these challenges, the Catholic Church in Germany remains a powerhouse of wealth and influence. Its financial strategies have ensured that it continues to be a pivotal force in German society, not just as a religious institution, but as a significant economic player. In the land of Gothic cathedrals and the famed Notre Dame, the Catholic Church in France is a beacon of contemporary wealth. With an estimated fortune of $23 billion, the church's financial roots are as deep and intricate as the history of France itself. The Catholic Church's wealth in France has been centuries in the making. It was once one of the largest landowners in the country, where its accumulation of wealth closely tied to its role in French society and politics. However, the French Revolution marked a turning point, with the church's properties nationalized and its financial power significantly curtailed. Despite these setbacks, the church managed to retain a considerable amount of wealth through donations, bequests, and the guardianship of art and treasures of immeasurable value. In contemporary times, the church's financial operations in France are multifaceted. While it no longer enjoys the same level of direct financial support from the state as in some other countries, it benefits from a system where taxpayers can allocate a portion of their tax to the church. This system, although not as direct as the church tax in Germany, still represents a significant source of revenue. The church also generates income through its ownership of schools, hospitals, and other social service institutions. These entities, while serving the public good, also contribute to the church's financial stability. Additionally, the church in France receives revenue from the millions of tourists who visit its historic sites each year, offering donations and purchasing religious artifacts and souvenirs. However, the church's financial dealings are not without their challenges. Like many religious institutions, it faces scrutiny over the transparency of its finances and the management of its assets. The French Church has had to navigate the delicate balance between maintaining its historical wealth and adapting to the modern expectations of financial accountability and ethical investment. In these modern pressures, the Catholic Church in France remains a formidable financial entity. Its historical wealth has been preserved and even augmented through careful stewardship and adaptation to the changing tides of society. The Church's ability to maintain its financial operations amidst a secularizing world is a testament to its enduring legacy and the continued relevance of its mission in the hearts of the faithful and the fabric of French culture. In Tiruvananthapuram, the capital city of Kerala, India, there is the majestic Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple. With an estimated worth of $22 billion, it's not just a place of worship, but also one of the richest religious institutions in the world, thanks to the recent discovery of treasure troves that have captivated the imagination of many. The temple, dedicated to Lord Vishnu, who is enshrined in the Ananta Shayana posture, has been a beacon of faith for centuries. However, it was the unearthing of 6 vaults beneath the temple in 2011 that catapulted it into the limelight. These vaults, some of which are believed to have been sealed for over a millennium, held a vast collection of gold, jewels, and other valuables, a testament to the temple's ancient wealth and the royal patronage it enjoyed. The discovery was staggering. Gold coins, jewelry, and idols, all intricately crafted, with some dating back to several centuries. The sheer volume of the treasure was so immense that it took days to document and evaluate. The value of these assets, both in terms of monetary worth and cultural significance, has been a subject of awe and, at times, controversy, as debates over the ownership and management of the treasure continue. Beyond the treasure, the Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple is a hub of religious tourism, attracting devotees and curious visitors from across the globe. The temple's architecture, with its blend of Kerala and Dravidian styles, its towering gopuram, and the sacred tank, draws in a multitude of visitors, each contributing to the temple's donations. These donations, often given as offerings to the deity, add to the temple's wealth. The temple is not just a repository of wealth, but also a center of cultural and religious activities. Festivals like the Alapashi Festival and the Panguni Festival see the temple and its surroundings come alive with vibrant processions, traditional music, and dance performances, all of which draw even more visitors and donations. In the midst of this, the temple administration is tasked with the responsibility of managing the vast wealth, ensuring its security, and dealing with the legal and ethical implications of the treasure. The temple's wealth management is a complex affair, involving not just the upkeep of the temple and its rituals, but also the welfare activities it supports, such as feeding programs and charitable contributions to society. As the temple continues to be a focal point of devotion and wonder, its legacy as one of the richest religious institutions in the world is etched in history. Its treasures a narrative of India's rich cultural and religious tapestry. In the vast and varied landscape of Australia, the Catholic Church is a towering institution, both in spiritual influence and financial might. With an estimated worth of $20.5 billion, the Catholic Church in Australia is not just a religious entity, but also a formidable economic powerhouse. The financial structure of the Church in Australia is a complex tapestry that weaves together an array of schools, hospitals, and charity organizations. These institutions serve as both bastions of faith and significant contributors to the Church's wealth. The Catholic education system in Australia is one of the largest in the world, with fees and government funding flowing into the Church's coffers, bolstering its financial standing. Charitable work is another cornerstone of the Church's activities, with organizations like St. Vincent de Paul Society and Catholic Care providing a wide range of services, from homeless shelters to family support. These acts of charity are not just manifestations of faith, but also contribute to the Church's societal value and, indirectly, to its economic stability. The institution has faced scrutiny over its handling of funds, particularly in light of the compensation claims related to historical sexual abuse cases. The Church's response to these claims has been a subject of intense debate, with financial transparency and management practices being called into question. The Catholic Church in Australia continues to be a vital part of the community, offering spiritual guidance and practical assistance to millions. Its financial strategies have evolved over time, with a greater emphasis on ethical investments and the sustainable management of assets. The Church's financial reports, though not always detailed, have started to shed light on the extent of its wealth and the way it's being utilized. Its wealth is a reflection of its historical legacy and its continued commitment to serving the community, making it one of the richest religious organizations in the world and a pivotal part of Australia's social fabric. The Seventh-day Adventist Church, with its roots deeply planted in the soil of the United States, has grown into a global spiritual community with an estimated worth of $15.6 billion as of 1998. This Protestant Christian denomination, known for observing Saturday as the Sabbath, has extended its reach far beyond the confines of traditional worship spaces, investing heavily in education, healthcare, and media, thereby weaving a rich tapestry of influence and affluence. Education is a cornerstone of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's mission, with a network of over 7,800 schools worldwide, making it one of the largest Christian educational systems. These institutions range from elementary schools to universities, like Loma Linda University in California, which is renowned for its medical center. The fees and endowments collected contribute significantly to the Church's wealth, while also fulfilling its mandate to enlighten minds with knowledge and faith. The Church's foray into healthcare is equally impressive, with a vast network of over 175 hospitals and sanitariums globally. These institutions are not just centers of healing, but also of financial strength, as they bring in revenue through services while promoting the Church's principles of health and wellness. Moreover, the Adventist Church has made strategic investments in media networks, including the Hope Channel, Adventist World Radio, and numerous publishing houses. These media outlets serve as the voice of the Church, spreading its teachings and values, and in turn, bolstering its financial base through sales and donations. The global reach of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is not merely a testament to its spiritual zeal, but also its financial acumen. The Church's investments in education and healthcare reflect a commitment to service and an understanding of the role of sustainable wealth in supporting its mission. Despite its vast wealth, the Church maintains a humble demeanor, channeling funds back into its missions, humanitarian aid, and community services. Its financial policies are designed to ensure long-term growth and stability, allowing it to continue its global outreach and impact. As it stands today, the Church is not only one of the richest religious organizations, but also one of the most impactful, with its influence resonating in the lives of millions around the world. The Church of England, an institution steeped in history and tradition, is also a financial colossus with an estimated worth of $11.97 billion. This wealth is not merely a reflection of its spiritual heritage, but also a testament to its vast holdings in real estate and its savvy investment strategies that have evolved over centuries. The Church's financial roots can be traced back to historical endowments, which have been meticulously managed and expanded upon. Its real estate portfolio is extensive, encompassing not only places of worship, but also commercial properties and land throughout the United Kingdom. These assets are not static. They're actively managed by the Church commissioners, who ensure that the Church's holdings adapt to the changing tides of the market, thereby securing and growing its wealth. In addition to real estate, the Church of England has diversified its investments into various funds, including equities, bonds, and alternative investment opportunities. This diversification is key to its financial strategy, spreading risk and maximizing returns to support its mission and maintain its operations. The Church's investment funds are not just about profit, they're also driven by ethical considerations, reflecting its commitment to social responsibility. The Church has been known to use its financial clout to influence corporate behavior, advocating for ethical business practices and environmental stewardship. As of its ancient origins, the Church of England has not shied away from modern financial techniques. It employs a team of professional investors who work under the aegis of the Ethical Investment Advisory Group, ensuring that its financial activities align with its moral and ethical values. The wealth of the Church of England is also channeled back into the community through its educational and social programs, funding schools, and supporting charitable initiatives. This circulation of wealth underscores the Church's role not just as a religious entity, but as a significant social and economic actor within the UK. The Church of Sweden, a former state church, has a storied past that intertwines with the very history of the nation. As of the fiscal year 2012, it boasted an impressive wealth of $11.42 billion, a testament to its enduring presence and influence in Swedish society. This wealth is not merely a reflection of its religious significance, but also a result of its extensive holdings and financial acumen. The Church of Sweden's assets are diverse, ranging from historical church buildings dotting the Swedish landscape to significant investments in real estate and the financial markets. These holdings are managed with a dual purpose: to preserve the heritage and to ensure the financial sustainability of the Church's operations. The Church's investment strategy is prudent yet progressive, focusing on long-term stability and ethical considerations. It places a strong emphasis on sustainable investments, aligning its portfolio with values that promote environmental care, social responsibility, and good governance. This approach has not only fortified its financial position, but also bolstered its reputation as a forward-thinking institution. The Church of Sweden's wealth is also evident in its extensive social work and educational efforts. It runs numerous schools, charities, and community programs, all aimed at improving the lives of citizens and adhering to its mission of service. The funds are also used to maintain the Church's infrastructure, ensuring that the historical and cultural heritage is preserved for future generations. Regardless of its separation from the state in 2000, the Church of Sweden has maintained its financial strength, partly due to the voluntary membership fees paid by its members. These fees, along with income from its investments, enable the Church to remain a vital part of Swedish society, both spiritually and socially. The Church's financial practices are transparent, with annual reports made available to the public, showcasing a commitment to accountability. This transparency builds trust within the community, ensuring that members feel confident in the Church's stewardship of its resources. These institutions have transcended mere spiritual realms to become powerhouses of social, educational, and cultural significance. Their stories teach us about the importance of stewardship, the impact of ethical investment, and the potential of wealth when it's aligned with a purpose beyond profit.